2019 AUTOBACS Super GT Round 7 SUGO GT 300K race. Welcome to Sportsland SUGO, located in this beautiful rural setting here. It's been 2 weeks only from the dramatic Octopolis round, autumn season. Very pleasant temperature now to enjoy the very exciting 7th Super GT race of the year. 皆さんこんにちは. I'm Amy Izawa, former Super GT pit reporter, and today again I will guide you through the big fight towards the championship. Super GT has been to Sugo for 26 times now. Is the demon of Sugo, we say, going to knock the door, or will he stay out for good? So everybody, let's look at the starting grid of the 500s. Pole position, Keihin NSX GT Tsukakoshi. Front row, last year's champion Raybrick NSX GT with Jensen Button. AU Tom's LC500, Nakajima Kazuki is starting. Then we have Keeper Tom's LC500, Nick Cassidy with a weight of 55K, very heavy. Then we have Wet Sports Advan LC500, Kunimoto. Modulo Epson NSX GT, Kartikian is starting. Brass Sports Mochul GTR, Hirate. Waco's 4CR LC500, Oshima with 65K, very, very heavy. ARTA NSX GT Izawa, Mochul Autic GTR Roni Quintarelli. Then we have Zen Sermo LC500 Tachikawa is the starting driver. Realized Corporation Advan GTR Jan Mardenborough. Mochul Mugen NSX GT Hideki Mucho is starting. Calsonic Impul GTR James Rushter. And last time's Autopolis winner Denso Kobolgosard LC500 with Heiki Kobelainen. Let's look at the starting grid of the GT300s. Pole position, like last year, Subaru BRZ R&D Sports Yamauchi. Front row, ARTA NSX GT Takagi. Hoppy Hachiroku MC with Sato. Then we have Realized Nissan Automobile Technical College GTR Hiramine. D-Station Vantage GT3 JP Oliveira. Good Smile Hatsunemiku AMG Kataoka. EVA RT Test Type X-Works GTR with Sean Tong. Then we have Gator Tanax Triple A GTR Hoshino. Modulo Kenwood NSX GT3 Ryo Michigami is the starting driver. Here we have McLaren 720S Seiji Ara. Run-Up Rivo GTR Aoki is the starting driver. Toyota Prius with Saga. Then we have the Leon Pyramid AMG last year's champion with Togo Suruganami. Cintium LM Corsa RCF last time's Autopolis winner Miyata. Atto RCF GT3 Sean Walking Show. Then we have the other Prius from Toyota with Orido. Gator Tanax GTR Yasuda is the starting driver. K-Tunes RCF GT3 Morio Nita. T-Dash Lamborghini GT3 Andre Kucho. Up Garage NSX GT3 with Matsura. Pacific Mirai Akari Naku Porsche Mineo is the starting driver. Hitotsuyama Audi R8 LMS Tomita. Advex Mahashaken MC Hachirofu Mahago. Hiraki Yuya is the starting driver. Saitama Toyopetto Green Grape Mark X MC Yoshida. Shokumo Go and Fun GTR Ida. Manipa Lamborghini GT3 with Motojima. Then we have Cintium Apple Lotus, Kato, and RNH AMG GT3 with Yamashita. All right, everybody, let's look at the track. So the condition has started to change about 30 minutes ago. It was not raining before, but now we have some kind of drizzle. Air temperature is 20 degrees, track temperature 23 degrees, and humidity went up to 73%. And as we see on the screen, the rain is not drizzling anymore. It is actually falling, which means that, oh, and they have decided to wear rain tires. I am not pretty sure which cars are wearing slick tires and rain tires. We will wait for the pit reporters to report. Because from what I see, the track is not too wet that you could run full speed with rain tires. So let's look who and who is not wearing slicks. It looks like the 17 car, the pole position Keihin car, is wearing slick tires. And also the pole position of the 300 class. Subaru, the 61 car, is wearing slick tires as well. However, as we saw before, the 55 car, ARTA, which is the leader of the ranking board of the championship, they have decided to wear rain tires. So let's see how this will work out for everyone again. So let me remind you, this season it has been so crazy. We had 6 races. Oh, look at that safety car start again. So we will have a safety car start, which means that the safety car will lead all the cars and let the board decide when to start the race. We will see how it turns out with the rain, whether we can start or not. So actually, due to regulations, we can decide on the grid to change the tires just a few minutes before the start. And it seems that it turned out that maybe half, a few teams decided to wear rain tires and some decided to wear slick tires. So what is unique for Super GT is that we usually have a parade run, which is actually running right now with the police cars of the Sendai Prefecture. However, since this is a rain start, as you can see right now, it's quite raining heavily now. No more drizzles. It is raining. So we just let the police cars go. No parade lap this time, unfortunately. And we'll start with the safety car. Look at all those fans from AUTOBACS. They're supporting ARTA. And here we have the opening declaration by Executive Officer Noritaka Hiraga from AUTOBACS 7 Company Limited.
ただいまより2019オートバックススーパー GT 第7戦スゴ GT300 キロレースの開会を宣言いたします。
Right, that was the opening declaration. He looked quite happy. Let's see whether it turns out to be a happy race. Well, AUTOBACS is celebrating their 45th anniversary this year, so it is quite a very, very happy occasion for them to be happy. There's another big flag of Subaru. Well, they're starting from pole position. As far as I can remember, they did a pole to win last year, so maybe we will see that again. How it turns out for them with the rain. Well, obviously, we say that the Dunlops, which are the tires for Subaru, they are quite performing good in half-wet conditions even. So maybe this is a plus for them to just, get away from pole position and just run through the whole race. All right, so it is safety car start and the pit lane is closed. So let me allow this time to explain you what a safety car run is. As you could see, there is the safety car in front with the lights blinking. This will lead all the cars, first the 500s and then the 300s. And during the safety car run, the teams are not allowed to pit in, so that's why it says pit lane closed. Throughout the season, we had a lot of safety cars, and well, the safety car can actually give you a bit of luck or a bit of unluck. Because with the timing you pit in, you can either have a good margin to the car in front or behind you. Whether it's going to be good for you, it depends on which timing you just pit in after the safety car. or before even. So this is the Sportsline Sugo track. The whole length is 3.704 kilometers long, so it's not that long. It's quite a short track. So for the 500s, it's about 1 minute and 10. Yeah, about 1 minute and 10 seconds to clear one lap. Oh, look at the pits. They are getting the rain tires ready. We will see how it turns out. The 17 car, pole position car, is currently wearing slick tires. So from the pits, I have some reports who else is wearing slick tires. Looking at the 500 class, it's obviously the pole position, the 17 car, and also 38, the Zen Ceremo is also on slicks. The 24 GTR, realized GTR, is on slicks too. And Wet Sports, the Yokohama tires, they decided to have slicks as well. And looking at the 300 class, there are, it's quite a lot of teams who are wearing slick tires. Number 4, Good Smile Hatsune Miku are on slicks. D Station Vantage, the Aston Martin, is on slicks. And the number 10 car, Gaynor Tanax GTR, also. Also, the 25 car, who is on P3 this time, is on slicks as well. Pole position, the Subaru, and also the 34, the Kenwood Modulo NSX GT3. It's not half, it's about like 1/3 of the teams are wearing slick tires. It, I think, was kind of a gamble in this situation. It was just drizzling before, but now it is actually raining, and this is a beautiful shot from above, a drone shot. It's beautiful. Some tracks they don't allow you to use the drones, but actually Sugo does, and looks quite impressive. And you do kind of see the rain falling. Still the safety car run. And this is the very famous SB corner, and you see the SB stand where a lot of spectators are sitting, many supporters and fans who are actually also all wearing ponchos and rain jackets, so it is quite not very well conditioned for them to watch. However, a rainy race is always crazy, so let's see what will happen. Alright, so let me explain you the track a little bit, since they all are on the way back to the main straight. This is the home straight, which runs up to 704.5 meters. Not too long, but the characteristic is that it starts with a very uphill course of 10% actually, so yeah, you need to like push hard to get back to the home straight. You see all the cars weaving their tires so that they don't, or that they do warm up as fast as they can. Talking about the free practice yesterday, it took all of the cars quite a long time to warm up their tires, so I guess the range they were predicting was a bit higher than the actual temperature. Is a bit lower now. So that is, well, since the track is very short, they're again already on the back stretch. This is the horseback corner. It is called horseback not because it's it looks like a horse or whatever. It's just so round, and it's, you know, a bit critical. It's a technical corner where you need some techniques to get the right curve, and well, sometimes overlaps do happen there. So there goes the safety car, goes in this lap. It goes in. The light of the safety car is going to get off, and then we will have to start. So I think they decided that the race is doable in this rain condition. So we will have a rain start with 1/3 of the cars wearing slick tires. So this is the SB out corner, going into a very high speed, the 100R last corner. This is a very full push, speedy corner, and back to the home straight. Keihin is going to start from pole position, and this is the start of 2019 AUTOBACS Super GT Round 7 SUGO GT 300K race right into the first corner with actually 4 machines leading, and as it turns out, the Keihin with the slicks is dropping in positions. The Raber car, they are on wet tires, and right now leading the board now. Unfortunate for the Keihin car, dropping so fast. So on second position we have the 37 car. They are doing very consistent this year, and also the 300s had their start right now. Not much is happening, I guess, but the slicks, the machines with the slicks are dropping in position. On the left screen we have the 500, the P1, P2 car with the 37 keeper Tom's car having the wipers on, which means that it is quite raining. You see a few cars without wipers, a few with. Oh, there is one car out of the track, spinned out. I think that's the 34 car who is on slicks. Ooh, unfortunate for them. They did quite well at practicing yesterday, but well, it was quite a gamble of the tires. Here we have all the positions, the cars which are positioning up, and it turns out that the Keihin NSX dropped to P12. That was not a good decision of the team, having slick tires. All the cars with dry tires, they're dropping in position. However, for the 300s, the pole position car, the 61 car who is on slick tires, is dropping position too. And it turns out that the 55 car who is on rain tires is leading the race now. Oh, another spin out. It is wet. It is a very slippery, wet track for them. Must be like ice skating. Oh no, that is... Why did you decide to wear? Well, but let me tell you, looking at the Autopolis round, we had the magical rocket overtaking of the 60 car who was apparently on slicks all the time. And yeah, they were hiding somewhere, and then the track started to dry, and then they came as a rocket like 10 seconds quicker than any other car. So that could happen too, because here on the back straight you already can see that the track is apparently drying out on the record line. It is kind of drying out. So if the rain does not get heavier, I believe that it is possible for the track to do. Oh, the 37 car ran over Nick, but he is on rain tires, I guess. So that was, ooh, he's pushing hard, I guess. again, Subaru is dropping position. Ooh, Yamauchi, hang in there. You did a great job yesterday at qualifying. That was amazing. Amazing time. Broke the course record. Super attack. So the Raybrick car is leading the race right now. It's Jensen. He had some good memories from last year on this Sugo track. If you guys were watching last year, the number 1 car, the Raybrick car, they had a pole to win on this track. Amazing, beautiful strategy, was very good. So it would be nice for Jensen to have 2 wins in 2 years on the same track. Alright, so it says that the 36 car AU Toms, they will have a penalty stop of 10 seconds. This is because of the change of engine. They had to change their engines due to some issues, so they will get a penalty of 10 seconds. Why penalty? Because you are only allowed to change the engine once a year this season. Well, regulations change every year, but this year is only one time. So, the 36 car, well, this 10-second stop for them is kind of unfortunate too, because they were starting on P3 actually. The qualifying went well, very well for them. That's maybe due to the new engine, why they got so fast again. But on this Sugo track, to have a pit stop penalty for 10 seconds, that's kind of life-taking. There it is. 4, 3, 2, 1, and now you can go. That was quite early to do the penalty stop, so we will see how it turns out. And they're back on track again. This camera has a lot of rain on, so maybe it is still raining a bit. Also, the cars are having their wipers on. Hatsune Miku is on slick tires, but still in a good position. They're on P4, so I guess Kataoka is hanging in there, doing a great job. Maybe he's a good skater or something. But this can turn out good for them. If he has the speed on slick tires like this, and the track is going to dry out, then that is exciting. Well, so this is the fight for P3 with the EVA GTR. Oh, the Zen Ceremony. They are spinning out of the track a few times now this season. Tachikawa. Are you guys? No, yes, you are on slick tires, and now he has to wait until all the cars go. Quite dangerous because the Sugo track is not that wide. They have a lot of narrow spaces, and this is turn 3, which is the exit of the pit lane, so it's quite dangerous. I hope there's no safety car or something. Let's just wait. Very nice drifting back to the course with a lot of grass, I believe. So, back again, but where is your position? All the way down, P15. So let's just hope for them to try with the track. So there is a pit report from Jiro Takahashi that apparently a few teams decided to change to rain tires. So obviously the 38 car who just spinned out the Zen Ceremony is getting wet tires ready. Here you see the pole starter. The 17 car is going on rain tires as well. That was unfortunate. It's just, that one decision And the person who made that decision must feel so bad right now. However, Kodai Tsukakoshi, he is very, very quick in rain, so we will see how much he can come back on track. So it looks good for the ARTA 55 car. They've been lucky, or they just made the right decision. They are the leaders of the championship board, and if they end up in this sequence in today's race, then they will still be leading the board, and with quite a big gap to the team behind them. 61 points, still 61.5 points they will have, and that's quite a lot. But still, it will not determine who is going to be champion and who is not going to be champion. I'm talking about the 500s. Oh, there's a replay. What is that? Did he just get a flat spot? Oh, cool. That was some braking, maybe a bit too late. Jensen on the wheels. Ran out of the course a bit, but it doesn't really affect much. So, talking about the 500s. Obviously, the number 6 car, Wako's, is the leader of the board with 65 points. And if I only say if the 37 car, who is on P2 on the championship ranking, gets, drops. Oh, there's a replay of the 300s. So Hatsune Miku on the slick tires just did an overtake. Wow, impressive. Oh, that's the leader. No, that was the pole position 61 car. Subaru is in the pits changing tires. But look, I don't think Hatsune Miku did change the tires. So still on slick tires and is fighting for P2. Do they have like half wet tires or something? Kataoka is doing a quite good job. Wow, is that possible? Well, it is possible, looks like, and he is going to overtake. Well done, P2 now. There is another skater. Look at that. This is ooh, watch out! Don't get involved into machines who are wearing slicks and are unstable. Ooh. And the 88 Huracan is in the pits too. I think they changed tires and is going to get back on track. Oh, there was the other Huracan the Lamborghini just went out of track too. Oh my god, this start is already giving me sweat in my hands. This is quite a start, with Jensen having quite a nice ride right now. His gap to the 37 car behind him is 7 seconds, so he's having quite a stroll right now. It's looking good for you. All right. And this will end up for the championship. Looking at the championship, it will end up pretty, positively for them. So there are still some cars getting into the pits, changing tires. It is, we're on lap 13, so it's again a decision, the time of deciding whether to, because you held it up so long, why not wait longer? Maybe the track will dry out, or maybe it will not, but seems like now quite a lot of teams, they are trying to change the tires. Look at the 23 car on Michelin's. They are overtaking quite much. They are on P4 now. And on P3, there's another Michelin, the Craft Sports GTR. So it looks like the GTR Michelin package is doing quite well in this condition. Talking about the 23 car, the Mocho Autec GTR. This is Roni, who is driving right now. They did not get to do qualifying for Q2 because when Matsuda was doing his attack, he apparently got disturbed by a Lexus car, which he was very furious about yesterday. That was quite a big deal on his SNS. You can check it out. He was pretty furious about that disturbance of the Lexus car. But hey, fact is you are on P4 now, so looking good so far. Don't be mad anymore. So that's the Craft Sports GTR on Michelin's and on wet tires. Obviously is pushing hard to catch the 37 car. The gap is about 5 seconds. We will see how it ends up. This is the only one car of the 500s who is wearing Dunlop tires, and Narain Katikian. You guys who are motorsports enthusiasts, you must know him, former Formula 1 driver, is driving in the Super GT this year as a rookie, actually. Welcome to Super GT. Well, he did not perform as he wanted to until now, but yeah, now he's doing pretty well on P5 today. This is the leader of the ranking board. There's this CZ here. If they end up in this ranking, then oh, look at that, then they will end up with 70 points, same as the 37 card. That is dramatic. And then we go to the final round in Motegi. Oh, I wish this happens. I would totally wish this happens, and it's going to be either you or either the 6 or the 37, and it's going to be a face-to-face battle. Also, I'm talking about the rounds and the regulations of Super GT. Let me repeat again that throughout the season we have 8 races. The opening race is with no weight, obviously, but from the second race we will have some weight handicap, which gets added on until the 6th race. And race number 7, which we are right now, the weight handicap gets divided by 2, so it's only half of what you have added up so far, which means that all the machines are half weighted from the round of Autopolis 2 weeks ago. So a little bit lighter, which makes them a bit quicker. And in the 500 class, there are 2 cars, the number 6 car and the 37 car, who have a weight over 50 kilogram. That means that they get an additional restriction on the engines plus a real weight of 50k. So that's how it works. So just for you guys to let you guys know that all the machines are a bit lighter than in the Autopolis round. There is an announcement that the 35 car is getting a drive-through penalty because they had some contact with the Purius 31 car. Oh, unfortunate. A drive-through penalty that causes that's damage. That's huge damage for the ranking in Sugo, especially because the track is very, very short, only 3.7k, and yeah. Well, Shogunai, it happened. Okay, so oh, look at the air temperature dropped for 2 degrees already. Track temperature dropped for 3 degrees already. It's getting colder. Colder and colder. Do you know what that means? When we have the pit stop, we will change tires and that means that the tires will need quite a long time to warm up. So that can, you know, whatever tires you change, either if it's going to be on slicks or wets or soft or hard tires, we will see how the temperature works out. Because as I did my research, a lot of teams, they did not expect this race today to be so cold. Usually in this season, mid-September, we have a little bit more sunshine, and it's usually a bit warmer. So the temperature is quite unexpected. So here we have the fight for P5. The number 6 car, they are looking forward to the championship. They're only seeing the championship right now. And just did an overtake. Oh, that was contact. Oh, watch out. Okay. Kartikian just spinned. Was it a contact? Or was it just something else? I believe they did. Let's look at the replay. From this side, I did not see whether it was a contact or not. Did you guys see it? However, he dropped in position quite a lot. So, Jensen Button. His margin to the car behind is already 10 seconds. This is huge. 10 seconds is very huge. Let's look at the time. Very constant. Very constant. Always about 1 minute 22 seconds. Whereas the 37 car, the Keeper LC500, is not consistent. Ups and downs, and yeah, dropping to almost up, but again, up again. It is quite a good fight, but looking at the numbers, it's quite a good balance. It's not that either one is quicker or slower. So Jensen is kind of keeping the gap in between P2. Impressive. There is the Craft Sports, who is trying to catch up on Nick, but there is also a gap of another 10 seconds. So actually the Craft Sports P3 car is 20 seconds almost behind the Raybrick car, which makes it so easy for Jensen right now to, you know, just be careful, don't get into any contact, or don't do too much craziness. Yeah. So, who did expect this race to be like this at lap 19? Talking about the Sugo track, we have kind of a demon which lives in Sugo. We say the Mamono of Sugo, which means kind of a, you know, evil creature, demon-ish thing. It's not an actual like figure or something, but there is always, like, seriously, every year there is something happening. I must say the demon just did, you know, little evil thing, I guess, through letting it rain at that time on the grids. So I believe he is somewhere watching, and I hope he does not he just knocks. He just knocked the door, but he doesn't enter, actually. I hope that he will not enter today. So let's look at the ranking of the 300s right now. Hatsune Miku is on P2. Look at the Leon car. They overtook 10 positions. Incredible. Amazing. So I guess it's a bit more fun to watch the 300s right now, I believe, because, you know, the 500s, Jensen is just running away with a gap of 9 seconds still. The 300s, they have quite, a mix in the sequence right now. A lot of overtakes still, and I think there are still some machines on slick tires. Is that possible? Well, oh, there's another drive-through penalty for the 19 car, the Wet Sports. They have not been lucky this year. The Wet Sports, they did change the tires while they were fueling. That is not allowed in Super GT. You should have known that. Drive-through penalty for them. So let's get back to the race. That's the fight for P9, actually. So the AU Tom's LC500, who started on P3 and had a penalty stop of 10 seconds due to engine change, is on fire right now. World champion Kazuki Nakajima is on fire right now. He needs to push as hard as he can. They are looking forward for the Motegi round, that's what they said. However, they did not drop this race yet. In Sugo, anything can happen, so that was a very nice overtaking with, oh my god, how many cars are there? Well, 300s, but beautiful, beautiful. That's the director and engineer. Very happy. Great job, Kazuki-san. That's the 19 car with the drive-through penalty. So remember not to change tires while fueling, or not to fuel while changing tires, either way. Remember that. So, looking good for Jensen. You see that they have a weight handicap of 29 kilograms. Well, 29 kilograms, if you imagine that. It sounds kind of heavy, but for these machines, when I asked before, if it's not more than 30 kilograms, then it actually doesn't affect much. That's what they said. However, on this Sugo track, there is the final corner, which goes into the home straight, which is very, very uphill, 10% uphill. So sometimes if machines are too heavy, it might affect them there. So this is the Subaru BRZ R&D Sports Yamauchi. He started from pole position and is on P19 now. I am so sorry for them. They did have a beautiful pole to win last year, but unfortunately this year they misdecided on the tires at the beginning. But still, very quick, I believe. They are very constant on the wets, I believe. So I hope that they will catch up as soon as possible. There's the fight for P8. Good to have James Roster back. James could not drive back in Autopolis due to some medical issues with his ears, apparently. But good to hear that you're better, and welcome back. This is a fight between them. Oh, and Nakajima did overtake from the inside. As far as I can remember, they used to be teammates, were they? They were former teammates, but Roster decided to change the manufacturer to Nissan this year, so he's not the Lexus driver anymore. But that was a battle of two former teammates. And Nakajima won it. Let's look at the time of the 36 car. They were, yeah, they did have a penalty stop and dropped a lot, but super constant right now. Very impressive. World champion Nakajima. So if you see at if you see on the tracks, it's really narrow at a lot of places. So it's very difficult for the 500s to weave through the 300s. Not much space for them, but well, which could sometimes result in a good usage of the 300s to use them to overtake someone or to use them to, you know, leave someone behind. There is Hirakawa from the 37 car getting ready already. That is quite fast. We are only at lap 25. The regulation of Super GT says that one driver needs to drive more than 1/3. So you are not allowed to pit in before you clear 1/3. And maximum you can drive is obviously 2/3. So well, that if they are going to pit in, this would be a very, very fast, early pit stop for them. Well, talking about the 37 car, since they're showing it very much, they have been super constant this season. Very, very. They were on every race. They were above P5 or something. Always constant. Always getting points. So they are in the championship ranking on P2, and it turns out that Nick is pushing super hard because the gap to the leader, which is Jensen in the number 1 car, Raybrick, the gap is only 5 seconds. 5 seconds. It used to be 10 and already 5. So Nick is catching up on Jensen. The 37 car, they were champions back in 2017, which was actually the youngest combination. Super young drivers, both of them, both born in 1994. So they're like 25 now, still young, very young drivers with a big future ahead. And I mean, they're both driving in Super Formula as well, so very constant, very good drivers. Let's get back to the 300s. This is for P2. Two Mercedes battling for P2. So this is good to see. Very interesting to have two Mercedeses battling for P2. So Hatsune Miku is on P2 right now, and Leon Pyramid AMG P3 with Togo Suganami. It's his second race racing in the Super GT series, and he has not been lucky with the weather. It's his second time on the wet conditions. Let me tell you something about Suganami Togo. He was the very first FIA F4 challenge driver. So there's this program of the F4 series where they audition one driver who gets to drive in the F4, the Japanese F4 championship, and it's actually his third season this season, and he is doing a double header. He is also racing in the support race, which happens before the Super GT race. So he had quite a busy week this weekend. Oh, already in the pits. That is very early. Nick already out of the machine, and now it's Ryo Hirakawa on the steering wheel. I wonder what their strategy is what kind of tires they're wearing. Obviously wet, but yeah. Already back on track after one pit stop. So Ryo Hirakawa is going to have a long stint. Ganbatte kudasai. So back to the 300s. This is still the fight for P2. Togo Suganami, getting back to him. So he did a race yesterday. He did one this morning. Very busy schedule. And talking to him, he said he is not really used to the GT cars. This is his second time to race in a GT car, so he needs some time to get into rhythm and just to be able to drive the car as fast as he could. So he's learning, that's what he said. But very fast and consistent driver. So it kind of is getting busy in the pits. This is the leader of the championship ranking. Number 6 car, Waco's LC500. So that was Oshima driving, and now it's Kenta Yamashita on the track. Very fast driver. And back on the track with wet tires. Kenta Yamashita, big future ahead. He was chosen to drive in the WEC series this season in LMP2. So I hope, he does well, so that we can have him. You know, it's good to see Japanese names on international tracks. Oh, you know what information I just got? It's the number 6 car, which I was just talking about, the Waco's LC500. They did not change the tires. They did a no tire change pit stop, which made it quick. Is that strategy, or is that They are obviously looking for the win. And if they win, and if they have more, a bigger gap than 11 points to the 37 car, they can turn out to be champion today. Interesting. They only checked the wet tires and they did not change them. Interesting. Okay, so let's get back to the 300s. They are still not too close, but still fighting for P2. There are some other cars involved, but they're underlapped. So yeah, it is actually the fight for them for P2. Hatsune Miku has always been good on the Sugo track. I remember last year they were pretty fighting for the win, actually. So doing quite a good job. And the very young Togo Suganami is trying to catch up. now there is some inspection whether the number 7 car, the Aston Martin, did something wrong during the pit stop. There's some investigation going on, just as information for you guys. It is a wet race, obviously. On my radar, it said, well, it will constantly rain, however, not too strong, actually. But it is actually a wet race so far. There we see the 36 car, the AU 500, doing their pit stop, change of the drivers, and also changing tires. Were they? I believe so. And the Michelin Motul Autic GTR, the 23 car on the Michelin tires, doing the pit stop as well. It kind of seems to me that many teams are doing an early pit stop change. I guess this is because they are fearing the possibility of a safety car, which usually happens at Sugo, so it might be better for them to just do the pit stop before the safety car comes in. Oh, I got some new information. The 36 AULC 500 car, who just is on the outlap, after the pit stop, they actually did not change tires as well. So today it seems like they are able to do a non-tire change. Must be very hard tires, and maybe they got the temperature right, and because of the rain, no pickup and not too much degradation or something makes them possible to do the no tire change. I wonder if there are some teams in the 300s who do that too. We will see. Not many 300 cars did do a pit stop yet, so let's see what they are doing afterwards. Looking at the air temperature and track temperature on lap 30, it's 18 degrees and track temperature is 20 degrees now, so it's kind of the same. Looking at the numbers back at lap 18. So still the leader of the 300s is this car, the 55 car ARTA NSX. Also the leader of the championship right now. Doing great so far. Takagi-san is a very constant driver. He is also very good at the Sugo track. Looking at some record numbers, he has won the Sugo race already 2 times in his life in the 300 class. So yeah, I think he's very confident on this track, I believe. Still, you guys still fighting for P2. Yeah, Kataoka is trying to, get away, but Suganami is not letting him go away so easily. So this Sugo track is, has a great history, very long in history. And as you could have seen so far, it's very, tricky, challenging for the drivers. I would say it's a very technical course with a lot of high-speed corners. Well, today it's a rainy race, so it's not that quick as in the slicks, but still, you need to have the rhythm to go through the right lane on this track. Must be fun if the car has the right setting and is good on the wets right now. Must be fun. Like the 23 car, for example, the GTR on Michelin's. Or here, the number 3 car, GTR on Michelin's as well. Doing quite well. So almost all of the 500s are doing a pit stop. It's only the 16 car, the Denso last Autopolis winner, and the Raybrick. Only 3 cars who need to pit in. The Michelins, they are changing tires. On fresh tires, going back on track. So now it's Makovici. Mako-chan, good luck with your stint. Well, he has been struggling a bit, I believe, to, get used to the car. But the last few rounds showed that he is quite doing well now on the GTR. He used to be a driver for the Honda. He was a former partner of Yamamoto Naoki, who is the partner of Jenson Button in the number 1 car right now. So, Super GT is always fun to see who used to be whose partner and who is battling where and how and all the this and that's. It's very, once you get to know the drivers, once you are able to remember which driver was where and where he is now, quite interesting to follow the series. Still, Jensen is in the car. They are pulling, the stint a bit, stretching it a bit. His time didn't drop that much, so yeah, he might not remain on track. He is in the pits now. Okay, the number 1 car who is leading the race right now is in the pits. Let's see how many seconds he is going to lose during the pit stop and where he gets back on track, in which position. Jenson Button had a baby currently. Congratulations. Is back in the pits. Let's see. Oh, do you think they're changing tires? Yes, they are. Changing tires. Doing the driver's change with Yamamoto in the car. And there you see the seconds, how many seconds they're using to do the pit stop. Might be interesting to see. It's usually about 37. 34 pit stop. That's good. I think it's good pit stop procedure of the team. This is the 37, which he needs to watch out to. The number 1 is back on fresh tires. Ryo Hirakawa is coming from behind, so Yamamoto, hang in there so that you don't lose your position. Warm up your tires well, and we will see. Still not in sight. The 37 car is not in sight yet. This is the back stretch up there. It's coming. Ooh. This gets close, I'm telling you. But still, Yamamoto is leading the race. They have a gap of 7.8 seconds in the second sector, which I believe gets shorter and shorter, but I believe that he is a very experienced driver. He knows how to deal with the tires to get them warm up very well. Ooh, the gap is 4.5 seconds now, and look who is coming. Oh my god, into the first corner. Super high speed. Rio is going to catch up on Raybrick, the number 1 car, who is just on the second lap after the out lap. Yamamoto-san, look who is coming from behind. Alright, tail to nose now. Going up to the high point and the rainbow corner, and then he got it. That was quick. Oh, Yamamoto-san, you just dropped position, and out of nowhere, now it happens that the 37 car is leading the race. Oh, that was that the outlap, or was it not? No, it was not. But Sasaki, Daiki, Calsonic, Impul GTR, not lucky at all this year, stuck in the gravel. And I think they need to fish him out, which means is that only a yellow flag. I hope they will not put out the safety car. It's a yellow flag at turn 2. Turn 2 is like right at the beginning, where I would say like T1 and turn 1 into turn 2, you can connect them as one turn. That's what I kind of see it like. But yeah. The number 12 car, really not lucky this season. Oh, safety car. It is safety car, is it? It says safety car on my screen. This is so unfortunate. And the pit lane is closed. Oh my god. And cars are not allowed to pit in yet. And I see that in the 500s, there is only one car, the 39 Denso Gobokosard LC500, who did not do the pit stop yet. And for the 300s, there are a few. Actually, there are a few who did not pit in yet, but the timing of this car was right. That was perfect. Was it? The 55 car, the leader of the race and also leader of the series, just got into the right timing before the pit lane was closed. And also the 65 and the 4 car, which are P2, P3, they were lucky. And all the others following, they did not pit in yet. Oh my god. There's a replay of, was there a contact of some thing? No, it was a fight of the 2 GTRs on the Michelin tires, and it turns out that Matsuda just overtook Makovicky. It's the same machine, same tire. Interesting. Nice overtaking, Matsuda-san. And on P5 now. However, it's a safety car run, but was it during the safety car run? Are we allowed to overtake during the safety car? No, we're actually not. So was it before, or was it, I think it was before. Yeah, you're not like, yeah, that was before. Good, because the regulation says that we are not allowed to overtake during the safety car run. So, once again, here we go, another safety car in the season. You guys must be familiar with this already, but still, let me explain this again. So, you see the safety car in front? That's a beautiful NSX with the blinking lights. He will get all the cars in one line and then back onto the home straight. That was the start. This is just a replay of the start because it was a safety car start too. Okay, So the safety car, he takes you back to the home straight and lets the car line up into the current sequence in 2 lines, the 500s and the 300s. Then once they catch up the leader of the race, we let all the others go and line up behind the line. It is actually very hard to explain in only words, so we will see later on. And I think the safety car right now is running because of the number 12 car who is stuck in turn 2 in the gravel. So once they fish out the car, the race will be restarted. Until then, please enjoy the highlights of today. We've had a lot of overtaking today, actually. Either overtaking due to the incorrect tires or some really good performances. I mean, all the drivers, they're super fighting for the championship. It's the we only have 2 races left. Well, now only one, Motegi. It is super important to get as much points as possible, since the championship this year is very tight. And it's so tight that, well, there are a lot of possibilities of a lot of machines actually to become champions still. So whoever gets a lot of points today will have some good feelings to go to Motegi in November, the final race. Still, here the safety car run. This is the back straight, which is a very downhill straight, actually. You can see this here. So we say that the demon kind of pops up here quite often, going into a very hard braking corner, which is the horseback curve. That's where they're going into right now. That's the horseback. And then they go into the SP in curve and then SP out. This is a very spectacular point to watch for the people, for the fans. Very technical. And then again, it goes kind of downhill all the way to the 110R, which is actually a full speed uphill 100R curve. So a few drivers told me that this circuit kind of trials the mental skills of the driver, because you need to be fearless in the last corner. It's just so full speed and you go all the way up. And it sometimes happens that there's a 3 wide on that curve. So it's quite, wow, challenging for them. And as I have been saying, the track has a lot of uphills and downhills, and I think it's the biggest altitude difference of all the circuits in Japan. It's almost 70 meters from the very lowest point to the highest point, so there's a big altitude difference. So here, look at this. This is the safety car. They are kind of lining up the cars, letting all the GT300s go until they catch the leader of the race. The top car, which is the 55 car. Now, I guess. I hope. No, it's the 96 car. It is the 96 car, but the 96 car did not do the pit stop yet. So, which means that practically the 55 car is the actual leader. So it will be sorted out later when the 96 car goes into the pits after the restart. So that they catch the leader of the 300s, we let the 500s go. And as soon as all the 500s are gone, we let the 300s go. Go, go, go! So, that is the safety car procedure, which is quite unique for the Super GT series, and which happened many times this year. Oh gosh, if you guys were following all the races of this season, could you count how many safety car runs we had? As far as I remember, there were so many, and we had 4 safety cars last time at Autopolis, I think. Well, it was just crazy. So many rainy races. What is happening this season? Weird. Very weird. Well, but, you know, looking at the bright side, it kind of makes the race a bit more unpredictable. You never know who is, you know, on top position. All of a sudden, it's a bit of luck when you pit in and when you did not pit in. So whoever has the luck has been winning the race, I believe, this season. It's been raining constantly, is it? It's splashy. Very splashy. Yeah. Well, yesterday for the qualifying we had no rain at all, so it was quite an exciting qualifying. They were so close. So close. Really, the championship was, if you know, we had a dry race today, might have been very close, but well, it's a rainy race today. We cleared almost, oh no, we did clear more than half. We are on lap 43. Today's race goes up to 81 laps. That sounds a lot, but yeah, since the Sugo track is a bit shorter than the other tracks, makes the number add up a bit. It is a 300k race. ARTA. Good this season so far, huh? So this is Fukuzumi in the car. He came back from Europe. He was driving in Europe. Single-seaters he was driving, and came back to Japan. He came back with the hope to maybe be a 500 driver, but this year Honda decided to put him into a 300 car. Alright, so it says that the safety car will return in this lap. The lights are off, which means that we will have a restart soon. So this is Heikki, who looks like currently leading, going into the SB in, SB out. He will do the restart. Until the first car, or until you cross the control line, you're not allowed to overtake. So it's all about acceleration now. You're not allowed to overtake here unless you cross the control line. And yeah, Denso car straight into the pits. It was pity. They should have pitted in a bit earlier. Well, but here we go with the 37 car leading the race. And we have the Raybrick car, which is on P2. Right behind behind. Oh, look at that. Is that the number 6 car? He just overtook. He is overtaking and is on P3 now. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Oh, the leader of the championship is on P3 now. They're still heavy. They have 50 kilograms and also a restriction on the engine. Oh, that's a lot of points for them. But still, the 37 car is leading the race, so which means that they will not decide who is to be champion or not. Interesting. Wow. The Lexuses have been so strong this year. So it has been five races they won in a row. And they're going for a sixth win of the season in a row. Is that possible? It's like a Lexus year this year. Well, the fact that it's the last season for the LC500, maybe something positive to have these many wins of the Lexuses. And not only one team, it's you know, all of the teams won once this season, so very impressive. That is still the battle between the number 4 and number 65 car, the two AMG Mercedes. Now it's different drivers, both partners. They changed during pit stops. Now it's Taniguchi versus Gamo. Well, Gamo is a bit more experienced than his partner Togo Suganami, so let's see whether he can manage to overtake the number 4 car. Ay, is that fog? Is that fog coming out? So the thing is, in Sugo, once it rains and we have some changes in temperature, we have a lot of fog. I remember when I was a pit reporter a few years ago, the race was cancelled due to the bad sight due to fog. I hope it doesn't happen. We only have like 35 laps to go, so please, Mr. Weather, please keep it and don't give us too much fog that we have to have a red flag or something like that. Alright, so let's get back to the 500s. Did the number 3 car just overtake? What is happening to the number 1 car? Now it's Matsuda Tsugiyo from behind. He is almost catching up the number 1 car. Yamamoto is dropping in positions. Going into the rainbow and to the back straight. It's too foggy. I cannot see which car is which. I cannot see. I can tell you out of imaginations, but this is here. Battle of the number 1 and the number 23. And oh, there's a lot of cars following from behind. Matsuda Tsugiyo trying to catch up on the number 1 car, which actually dropped to P3 already. Makovici in the number 3 car, Craft Sports Module GTR on Michelin's, did overtake Yamamoto before, and now it is Matsuda on the home stretch uphill. Who is in the front? Ooh, side by side on the home straight, going into turn 1, and it is Matsuda. It is the GTR, the GTR 23 Module Autic GTR, overtaking last year's champion car and last year's winner of the Sugo race. Oh, did the 64 overtake him as well? There must be something wrong with the package of the Raybrick car and the tires they might have selected for the second stint. He's dropping in position. What is happening, Yamamoto? So the camera for the back straight is a bit foggy. But here, oh, watch out, there's almost contact, but yeah. The Purius is underlapped, so it's not in the same lap, but looking at this fight for the middle of the podium, it's the 55 car and the number 4 car. Taniguchi on fire, going into the last corner. No, that was the horseback, sorry. And into the SB in, SB out. Gradually, little by little, catching up the leader, the 55 car of Kuzumi. Now it's time for you to get away, run away. But no, Taniguchi is very, very experienced, and it looks like the number 4 car, the AMG, and the package of the tires is doing quite well for now. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's a second pit stop for them. They were changing tires, right? So that was, they did not change the tires during pit stop before, but yeah, I think they decided to run. Oh, who ran out? What happened? Well, still here, they're safe. They did not get involved into that spinning out machine. And this is the back straight, where I only can see the lights. Ooh, the gap is so close now. There, Taniguchi is catching up, almost tail to nose. That was the horseback, SB1. SB2 gradually catching up, and it takes only a few laps now that he will actually catch up. Full speed into the final corner, all the way uphill. This is hard for Kuzumi. He has a lot of weight. He has a weight handicap of 42 kilograms. Whereas the Hatsune Miku AMG number 4 car has only 27. Ooh, Kataoka, you did a great job at the beginning as well. So, yeah, I think he is not able to breathe normally right now. Like, ugh. Watching this is quite goosebumpy. So, oh, wow, he's sliding. And he just lost a bit in speed. Taniguchi pushing so hard, I guess, that he just slided. Well, but Taniguchi is a very good drifting driver as well, so no problem with that. I am just worried about the fog here. But yeah, still, again, out. Into the horseback. 55 cars sliding as well. Or is it raining that much? It is kind of raining that much, is it? So, it is slippery, but it is also very tricky, speedy. Kuzumi is trying to run away. And here, Makino, another rookie this season, is trying to catch up the 23 GTR car, Modulo NSX. It is about time for you guys to show something. You have been not well to, you did not as you expected, I believe, so it would be nice to have a podium, right? Tadasuke Makino, he used to drive in Europe as well. Came back this season and was selected as a 500 class driver. He is very quick. very quick. He did some great qualifying yesterday. And now showing that he has speed. Trying to catch up the GTR in the Michelin tires. So the 64 Modulo NSX car is the only car in the 500s who is on Dunlop tires. Let me talk to you about the Dunlop tires. Apparently, why they are so quick on the Sugo track is because the Dunlop tires are being tested only on the Sugo, well, not only, but mostly tested on the Sugo track. So the tire manufacturer is kind of very, very familiar to the tracks, know all the characteristics, and that's apparently why the Dunlops are pretty performing good on this track. Ooh, still Taniguchi is trying to push as hard as he can. Looking back at the few races years ago, this is kind of a deja vu. Taniguchi does this very often until the very last lap, so let's hope this time he gets it in time. But isn't it quite impressive that the 55 ARTA NSX car is leading the race? I mean, they have quite a big weight handicap. They are heavy, but it seems like this machine package is good on this track. Well, obviously the drivers are good too. So, ooh, Makino getting close. He is going wild from right to the left. From inside, he took him over. Nice overtaking. Congratulations, you did it. It took a while, but very nice driving. This is the director, Nakajima-san. He's also the father of two drivers, actually, who are driving in the 500s. Wow, that was nice overtaking. The director, Nakajima, I was just talking about you. If you were watching Formula One long time ago, then you must, remember him. He was the very first Japanese Formula One driver, so pretty good ex-driver as well. Here we have still the 37 Keeper LC500. Tom's car leading the race, whereas look at that, Makovicky in the number 3 Craft Sports GTR car is gradually catching up. Not gradually, actually, almost just right behind him. After the hairpin into the S curves, all the way uphill. This uphillness must be quite tough on the 37 car because the 37 car is heavy too. They have a weight handicap of 55 kilograms, so which means actual weight of 50 kilograms and then a 1-stage restriction on the engines. Ooh, this is tail to nose almost. This is the horseback. Going into the technical section, SP in, SP out. Ooh, Rio, watch out. Makovicky is right behind you. Oh! That was the second pit stop of the Raybrick car. Why? The number 1 car who was doing well had to do an unfortunate second pit stop. Well, there was actually something must have been wrong. If you saw him dropping position that dramatically, there must have been something wrong with the tires. All right, so looks like There's a tire war going on right now. Let's look at the 500s. The leader is keeper Tom Selcy 500 with Bridgestone. But then we have... Wait. Oh, was there an overtake? Ah, did I miss it? Oh my god, now keeper is dropping in position. Makovici did overtake him before. I was looking at the lap chart. So terribly sorry about that, but wow. And now from behind, it's Makino fighting for P2, trying to catch keeper LC500. Dunlops versus Bridgestone, and obviously Lexus versus NSX. Amazing! This battle is amazing. We've had so many Lexus battles this year, but it's really good to see two different manufacturers, two different tire manufacturers having a face-to-face battle back on the home straight. Who is quicker on the home straight? Makino almost side to side by side. From the outside, yes, he took it. P2 now must feel good, right? That must have felt good. And Ryo Hirakawa is dropping in speed. Watch out, the 23 car is from behind. Mochilotech GTR, another GTR on Michelin's from behind. Gradually coming closer. Ooh, rainbow corner into the back straight. And I cannot see anything, but I can see how this will end up with the points if we finish the race in this sequence right now. It is still the number 6 car leading the board, then 37 and the 23 GTR will jump up to P3 of the championship. And the 2 Lexuses dropping and another GTR jumping up. Where did the NSXs go? But look at that. The 23 GTR, they did kind of struggle at the beginning of the season, catching up. It's a strong package, apparently, the GTR and Michelin's. Matsuda Tsugio was furious yesterday against, I am not going to say names, but it was a Lexus car who disturbed him in the qualifying. So he is on fire right now. He really wants to overtake that one Lexus in front of him. Looking at the speed, well, the gap is really, really little. Looking at the last lap, the keeper car is a bit quicker than the GTR. So, let's see how it turns out in the next 25 laps we have to go. Here we're showing the leader of the 300s still. Look at the lap times, very constant. The past 5 laps have no big differences throughout the race, constantly in good speed. Oh, back on the home straight. Hirakawa and Matsuda. They're going into the first corner again from outside. Matsuda did overtake Ryo and P3 now. Wow. So I guess, yeah, the first corner is really a corner where you can see a lot of overtakes. Oh, that was amazing. Before it was Makino and the NSX from outside, and now Matsuda from the outside. You just saw Ronnie with that, like, kind of not smile too much, but yeah, a bit happy, but still, hey, push more kind of face expression. Now that the keeper car is dropping in position, it's still the same as before. If we end the race in this sequence, then it will turn out like that for the championship. Well, so I believe nothing is decided yet. Exciting season, isn't it? We go in with a lot of expectations into the Motegi round. Looking at the same for the 300s. If we end up like this, oh, that will be very positive for the 55 car. It's going to be, well, I wouldn't say easy, but very with a lot of hope for the championship right into the last Motegi round. So the realized Nissan GTR for the 300s, where did they start on the grid? They're catching up. Oh no, they did start at P4 actually, and are still keeping that position. Impressive. The driver is Sasha Fenestras right now. Oh, let me tell you about Sasha. This is amazing. So the room where I am is apparently right in front of the car, the tent of this team, of the 56 car, and Sasha was jumping on a jump rope constantly before the race, like for I don't know how many minutes, but he was doing some exercises right before the race was starting. So that is quite impressive how serious he, keeps his physical. That was amazing to see. I was pretty impressed. Yeah, Sasha is a very serious and dedicated, good driver. And I'm glad he came to Super GT. And we will see how it turns out for him, because he's such a good driver. Could be a 500 driver in the future. Very young too, and dedicated to this Super GT series. Alright, so turns out to be that this GTR with the Michelin tire package, Craft Sports, is leading the race now. Hirate, ooh, your face expression is, what does that mean? Well, since we have another 20 or a bit more laps to go, we are not able yet to let loose or be happy for any reason. It is a very intense race so far. Makovici on very good speed on this track, leading the board now. The car behind P2 is the 64 Modulo Epson NSX GT car. Almost in sight. And there it is. And the gap between the two is, wow, 9.7 seconds. So Makovici is having quite a big gap in between the car behind. I think this is, the number one car is just being overlapped by the P2 car. We see that the air temperature dropped again. It's 17 degrees now. This is Narain Kartikian, who did a very good job in his stint. Looks a bit tired, but thank you for the wave. And Makino pushing so hard. When I was talking to Makino earlier, he was quite unhappy with the season so far. He did not get to perform as he has expected before the season started. So yeah, it is positive for him to be in this speed, being on this position with a very quick car, good package. And it looks quite strong so far. However, the gap, it's either the number 3 car is super quick or the 64 car is a bit dropping. Looking at the time, it seems like Makovicky is really yeah, quick. He is looking at the last lap, almost 2 seconds or 1 point few seconds quicker in average. So yeah, pretty quick, I would say. Most of the other cars are in the 1 minute 30 seconds ish time, but Makovicky is in the 1.27.9 seconds, so pretty quick. So this is the AULC 500 car, who is on P5 now. That is, yeah, very positive. I mean, thinking about their penalty stop they needed to do due to the engine change, and good position they have right now, P5. Then the Denso 39 LC500 car with Nakayama. Nakayama is also a rookie who really wanted this 500 driving so badly. He used to drive long time in the 300s, and this year he stepped up into the 500s, which is very good for him because he's a very quick driver too. And also the fact to be partners of a Formula 1 driver, former Formula 1 driver Heikki Kovalainen, gives him a lot of, new knowledges and new kind of attractions too. So very positive. So here we have the number 6 car trying to get as much points as possible for this race, the leader of the championship of this season. The rain is a bit heavy, right? They are kind of sliding. The tail is a bit, how do you say, wobbly. Unstable, sliding a lot. Yamashita is trying to catch Nakayama. Nakayama and Heikki, they won the Autopolis round last 2 weeks ago, which was also a bit, or very lucky due to the safety car timing, which made them win the race. So looking at the times, they are about the same, 1 minute 29 second ish. So it's not that either one of them is quicker or not, which is quite impressive really, because the number 6 car is on restrictors and heavy. Well, I would say that the 39 car has a weight handicap of 40 kilograms. That's heavy too. So they have kind of the same conditions, the same car, the same tires, only different drivers. Oh, Yamashita is getting closer. S-curves uphill to the high point. Are you trying to overtake him here? Ooh. point. There you go. And rainbow into the backstretch. All the way downhill. I see two. Oh, that was the Subaru car spinning. Iguchi. Ooh, still the fight of the two LC500s. It's the fight for P7. That is going to last a bit longer, I believe. This circuit, this track is really not easy to overtake. Watch out with the 300s, watch out. This is a very high speed final corner back to the home straight. A lot of rain is dropping. I wonder whether if you get into the slipstream, whether you could see anything or it's just splashes in front of you. Oh, sliding. Slippery, oh my god. Even though you're on wet tires, it's like you're skating again. There's so much rain. And both fighting to get at least some points. Who is going to... Oh, Nakayama got stuck behind the Subaru car, and on the left side we see some lights, kind of. Oh. So unless Nakayama gets stuck behind a 300 car, maybe there must be at one point like one chance, and Yamashita has to take it if he wants to catch up. This is for the drivers who must be very tiring. In this rain, in this condition, on this tricky track, ooh, must be very challenging. So, still going on with this battle where we have the 55 cars in the sandwich. Right in the middle, the 55 is the leader of the 300. And well, as we can see that the Good Smile Hatsune Miku did drop in speed a little bit, because the gap is now 7 seconds. Got a bit bigger. The 55 car is being constant on a lap time of 1 minute and 32 seconds, whereas the others, the following behind, are about like in the 1 minute 35 seconds. So the 55 car is actually 3 seconds quicker than the others per lap. Ooh, that is impressive. Wow. And also here for the 500s, Makovicky has a gap of 14.8 seconds to Makino. So his job now is to not get involved into anything which could cause, you know, a safety car or something. No. Please don't. So here we have the two leaders of the 300s and the 500s. Okay, so the fog did clear out a bit, I guess. You will see here, and the next shot is a bit better than before. So please keep it this way. So, while talking about the demon of the Sugo track, I think he did not show up so far. Maybe only the weather, but else there's not much happening, so it's fine. Must feel good. Makovici leading the race with a gap of 14 seconds to the next car. But yeah, it's about time for you to have, you know, the middle of the podium. Yeah, Makovici is very happy to be back. That's what he said. He always liked the Super GT series, and well, the fact that he is driving in the GTR car right now is positive for him because he has new challenges to overcome. The Subaru car is back in the pits. That is unfortunate, and the Hoppy is also in the pits. Oh, I am so sorry for them. Oh, they're putting it back into the garage. No. This is sad for them. They were not able to finish in the Autopolis round last time, and this time as well. Well, let the pit reporters check what the issue was. I am so sorry for this. There are a lot of Subaru fans all over the world. Yeah, very famous car as well. I believe many of you guys who are listening are actually Subaru owners. Well, this is racing. You never know what happens. So, look at the 300 class. If we finish the race in this sequence, then the championship will end up like this. Still the 55 car. And then the 56 car, the GTR, will jump up a bit. The 96 car will remain, and the number 4 Hatsune Miku car will jump up. Unfortunate for the Lamborghini, they are still hanging in the championship. However, not doing quite as expected today. Where are they? They're like P22 and yeah, P27. 2 Lamborghinis not doing well today. This is the 96 car right now with the fastest lap time. They're 1 second quicker than actually the leader. So, which means if we have, how many more? We have 12 more laps. They can end up a bit in a higher position. The 96 K-Tune car. Looking good. And another team where something good is happening, or oh no, they did drop actually, but better than the expected, I believe. Having a penalty stop of 10 seconds and being in this position, the 36 AUTOBACS LC500 car. Sekiguchi is trying to catch up, and well, he's not being so constant at the moment. Maybe he got stuck behind some 300 class car, having quite a struggling, because the thing is that the 36 car, they did not change the tires back then when they did the pit stop, so maybe it's tires, they're not as lasting. But look, Nakajima is laughing. What did Sekiguchi say through the radio? The tires are dying. Well, maybe. Because the last lap is already 5 seconds Ooh, slower than all the other cars, so now there might be another pit stop for them. So, here we go back to the 300s. Realize GTR and the K-Tunes. RCF is catching up. Who is in the K-Tunes RCF? It's the... who's the driver? Beater is Rito, no. Ritomo is driving. Another young driver. No, not Ritomo, it's Sakaguchi Sena. Ritomo is in the other RCF. Sorry about that, guys. It's the 96 car K-Tunes RCF. It's Sena Sakaguchi. So last race at Autopolis, the RCF of the number 60 car did a great job. Maybe this time another RCF. Oh, and that is, oh my god, that was contact. There is, oh, another contact. Right at the hairpin. Maybe that will result in some penalty because he did overtake, but as a matter of fact, he did overtake while having a contact, which is not very welcoming in this Super GT race. Let's see at the replay. So this is the hairpin going right into the hairpin. No. Senna slided out. He did slide out and pushed the GTR a bit out, and after he is that tackling because of Rugby World Cup right now happening in Japan? No, but that's not really. And the fact that he keeps on going in front, I don't know what the GT Association is going to do. Maybe there's a penalty, maybe not. Maybe it was just a racing accident, but that slide was not really nice of him, I would say. So here's still the number 6 car and the 39 car. Right, battling. It's been going on for a while now. Yamashita trying to get as many points as possible. Right now they have total points of 65, which is quite a lot. And the P2 in the championship car has 55 points, so it's a gap of 10 points, which is easily catch-upable. So let's say it's really, this race is all about how many points you get, in which position you end up for the championship. So Sakaguchi Sena, who did overtake before, is now in the battle for P3, trying to get the AMG 65 Leon car, and he's going from the outside into the straight and already in front. He's on speed. Wow. As a matter of fact, yes, the K-Tunes RCF is 2 seconds quicker in one lap as the Leon Pyramid AMG car. So P3 now. However, on my screen it says they're investigating the contact. The one happened before. The contact on turn 4. That's the S, and the hairpin into the S curves. So we will see what the investigation results in. And here you see the table. If we finish this race in the sequence right now, then the 69 car, they will jump up to P2, while until the 55. The leader is still leading. Oh, so there's the black and white flag. For the 56 and the 69 contact. All right, on the screen we still have the leader of today's race for the 300s, the 55 ARTA NSX, with Fukuzumi driving in it. Very constant. Perfect so far. So, yeah, this is amazing. So this is on the screen, it's the 55 car, the leader, but talking about the 500s, the leader, Makovici Craft Sports, is actually more than 1 second quicker than all the other 500 cars. Must be the GTR and Michelin's doing amazing job today. Wow. Impressive, very impressive. Whereas this is a bit the other Michelin car with the Nissan GTR. Oh, they are quicker than Makovici. So Matsuda is actually about like 0.6 seconds quicker than Makovici, which means that he might easily be able to catch up on Makino, who is on P2. Whew. We have 7 laps to go. You never know what happens. There can be a lot of more overtakes until the checkered flag. Oh, did I see it right? Yamashita did overtake Nakayama. Ah, finally! It took so long. He got it. You got it. So look at this. If we end this race with this sequence, then still the number 6 and the 37 car leading with a lot of points, and then the 23 car, the Nissan GTR, Mutual Autic GTR, would jump up to P3 on the championship. Ryo Hirakawa, for you, the job right now is to keep your pace and not drop too much. Just get as many points as possible. For this 37 car, it's, I think their eyes are on the number 6 car. They just look at the number 6 car because that's their goal. That's what they want to achieve. To just end with points so that they can get a bit closer to the championship, to this number 6 car. Yes. And for me, or for you guys as spectators of this race, it will be super interesting to have the very final round of the season in Motegi next month. The number 8 car, the ARTA behind the keeper car, is actually in another lap. They are very behind, so don't get involved in anything. No troubles there. It doesn't make sense for you guys to battle. Just let the NSX go. Wait, is he disturbing? Why is he doing that? They're not in the same lap. And Hirakawa, okay, yes, he let go. He did let go, yes. Just keep your pace constant. I think that's what the team radio just said to him. Just don't get involved in anything. Because if it happened to be that the 37 car, out of nowhere retires or something, then it's going to be the number 6 car in the championship. to win today, so just don't get involved in anything. So here we have the 64 car, Modulo NSX. Good to see you guys in this position. And the last lap was pretty quick again. 1 minute 28 seconds, 0.9. Very good. The Dunlops and the partner Kartikian. Makino on good speed. That would be very nice to see him on the podium. Right now on P2, being in a sandwich of 2 Michelins. And yeah, I believe the package of Yokohama tires did not function today. Are a bit in the back. 4 laps to go. So here is another battle for the 300s. Now it's the Realized GTR trying to get the Leon Pyramid. It's a fight for P4. Sasha Fenestras is a very quick driver. Oh, getting closer. Gamo, the 65 car, is the champion of last year, actually. Gamo is a very quick driver as well. Last year's champion, and trying to keep his position. And at the beginning of the season, Gamo and his partner was Kurosawa. However, since last Autopolis round, Kurosawa stepped up to be the director of the team, and then they welcomed Togo Suganami to the team. Well, it's a good package, I guess. Gamo and Suganami. Good combination, and I hope they can keep the position. We'll see. Still, Makovici leading. Oh, what was that? Oh, watch out. It's not good to have contact with the 300 class. Ooh, that was close. Oh. If something happened, that must have been very devastating. So good that nothing happened. That was close. Very close. You know what? I think Makovici is kind of used to this weather. I mean, he drives a lot in, for example, the Nürburgring race or something, where a lot of things happen and a lot of rainfalls too. And in Europe, you know, we've got all these conditions, and I think he might be enjoying this race right now. Very good on speed. And now a gap of 25 seconds. Okay, now 22 seconds. 22 seconds to the car behind. And we have 2 laps to go. Unless they spin out or stop, there is no possibility for Makino to overtake him in 2 laps. So Mako-chan, keep that pace and don't get involved in anything. I love it how you see the fire out of the exhaust popping. It's not a thing you get to see a lot. It's because of this darkness of the weather. So yeah. All right, he is back home on the main straight. going into the final lap. It is. This must feel so good. With a gap of 20, how many seconds? Who cares? You are all alone on the final lap on the Sugo circuit. And 300s as well. Fukuzumi, the 55 car in the final lap with a gap of 12 seconds. So both of the leaders having a quite stable gap going into the final, very final lap. The back straight in to the horseback. It already looks like a winning run to me. He's cruising right now, cruising through the rain. And say hello to all the spectators in the SB corners. And then full power into the final corner. Now you can just accelerate if you want to or not, and then back again to the home straight, and it is the winner. The very first time for Makoviki and Hirate to win in this number 3 Craft Sports Modules GTR. Congratulations! That was amazing. Leading like the second half of the race throughout. And for the 300s, it is the 55 car coming back to the home straight. Very constant from the beginning. Never dropped position. It is the winners, the 55 ARTA NSX. Wow. Congratulations. That was strong and constant and throughout the whole race. Do I see tears? No, but yeah. Wow, he looks happy. Super happy. This must mean so much to him. Hirate used to be a Lexus driver, and he decided to join the Nissan team this year, and a whole new package with Frederick Makovicki. Wow. And ooh, the 55 car, ooh, looking good for the championship. 20 points you got. About to become champions, maybe. We will see. But yeah, well, as a matter of fact, the evil Mamono, the demon, did actually not quite do too much today in the Sugo race. It was a rainy, wet conditioned race, but yeah, quite. I think the weather said it all, and obviously the first decision in tires at the beginning made a few teams to just drop out right at the beginning. But yeah, the teams who made the right decision and had the right tires with the right car as a package, they won today. Congratulations! It is the GTR and Michelins today. Oh, look at that. Yes, he looks happy. Wow. Mako-chan, congratulations. Do you hear all those people screaming Mako-chan? So yeah, Chang is like, you call your friends Nainani-chan. It's usually for girls, but also for just people you really like, you adore. You call them with a chant after the name. So after we have the 300, the leader of the 300s back on this park ferme, we will proceed with the winners interviews. What is this drawing on the helmet, I wonder? Congratulations, Mako-chan. Must be great. Yes. Ureshii Mitsuya is so super happy. Hirate must have so many feelings. He actually stepped to the 300s last season, and made it back, a comeback to the 500s, stepping up again. So a lot of emotions involved, I guess. And here we have the winner of the 300s. Amazing. He is not coming out, is he? Yes, he is. Nirei Fukuzumi, congratulations. Waiting for his partner to come running by. Honda it is, yes it is. This must mean a lot to him. Where's Takagi-san? Waiting for his partner. Well, so the uniqueness of this team is that apparently the age difference is so huge that Takagi-san could be the father of Fukuzumi. So huge difference. But they make a very great package. Looks like he still cannot believe that he won the race, actually. Oh, here we go with the interview. So yeah, thank you for watching in the rain. In the rain, they had this super fast, quick race. So first of all, Makovicky, you did the second stint.
Congratulations. I mean, in general, it's really teamwork. We knew since several races we were competitive, and really proud we achieved because all the team deserve. Since 3 races, we were always there for the podium, but by bad luck or small problem, we were not there. That's why it's totally deserved.
チームとしてですね、これまでも速さを見せられたことはあったわけですけどね。今回はですね、チームワークという部分で、そして、これまでのそのバッドラック、不運だった部分もなくてですね。今回はここで勝てたというところで本当にいいレースだったということです。そして、平手選手、2017年以来移籍して、そしてここで帰ってきました。
So you did change the manufacturers and you're back. Yes, I am back, and it's the first win of GTR in the season, and I am so glad I could show this to everyone who's here. Conditions were pretty bad. Well, but so the decision of slicks or wets at the beginning, I knew that we did decide on the right tires because I was really familiar with the track. Michelin did a very good job today, so we had this amazing win, and thank you so much to Nismo and all the fans. Nismo, Michelin, thank you to the fans. Congratulations.
勝ちました田中監督です。おめでとうございます。
Mr. Tanaka, the director, thank you very much.
いやこのですね厳しいコンディション、もうそれから途中からですねもう自分たちの
So
レ
the
ース
condition was really hard, I guess. But at the second half, you were just leading. How do you feel? Well, Fred said it before. As car number 3, we had nothing at the beginning. We started from 0. And me and also the two drivers, we started from scratch. So step by step, we did catch up. Wanted to show that we are on speed. We can prove something. So the last two rounds, we had things and also luck lacking. So we had some, bad flow. But this weekend, the wave just came to us, and we really wanted to get on the podium. We were so sure with the team. So looking at the race after Makovic got into the car, the dimension in which Mako was driving was amazing. It was magical, and yeah, that's what led to our win. Thank you so much. I am very happy. Well, congratulations again. Wow, they look happy. Very first win for this package and for the Nissan car this season. Okay, let's move to the 300s. So these are the winners. So it's your very first win in the Super GT. How do you feel? Yes, this is a very competitive season, and I'm super happy to have my first win here. Suzuki director, thank you so much, and the team did a great job too, and I'm really, really happy. Congratulations again. So it's the first win this season, and you have 3 wins now here in Sugo. How do you feel? Oh, did I have 3 wins now? So I did not expect this here. I did not see this coming in Sugo. Well, so Nita and I have again this battle of the wins, and also we have in the championship a good fight with the 96 car. That's what he said. So how do you feel, Aguri Suzuki-san? It was kind of a long race, and oh my god, I had stomach pain. But the two did a very great job. No mistake at all. We did a constant job in this race, and I feel very, very happy. Wow. So, perfect for both winners of the race. And it is still raining, but let's have a look at the 500 class provisional results. It is Craft Sports Montreal GTR, and then congratulations, finally on the podium, the 64 car Modulo Epson NSX GT, and here we have another GTR Michelin package, the 23 car Motul AUTOBACS GTR. And on the same lap we had on P4, very strong as well this season, the 37 Keeper Tom's LC500. Looking forward to the championship. Else we have the sequence today. Let's look at the 300 classes today. 55 car, congratulations, ARTA NSX GT3. And then we have the Hatsune Miku on second position. And then the K-Tunes RCF, the 96 car. Looking good for the 69, for the 96 car and 55 car for the championship. This will be tight. And here we have the following. The 88 card, that is not as expected, I believe. Looking at the championship, they wanted a bit more, I believe. And oh my god, Subaru, who started from pole position, ended up at P28. So, looking at the series ranking for the 500s, it's still the number 6 car, followed by the 37 with 7 points of gap. And now we have a Nissan on P3, so you never know how this ends up. However, as a championship, 20 points you will get when you win the race. It's close for the 2 on top. Looking at the series ranking for the 300s, it's still the 55 car, but the 96 car is catching up. However, there's also a big gap. It did kind of make it a bit easier for the 55 car looking at the championship. So, we still do not have a champion yet. It will be next round, the final Motegi round, where the champion will be selected. So, let's have the podium ceremony, the prize giving.
表彰式の司会は引き続き私が務めさせていただきます。そしてアシスタントは菅生レースクイーンの皆様にお願いいたします。さあ、それではまずは GT300 クラスの暫定表彰式から始めさせていただきます。優勝チームから早速お呼びいたしますので、会場の皆さん、
So let's start with the 300 class.
見事優勝を飾りましたのはカーナンバー55
The winners are car number 55, the ARTA NSX GT3 with Takagi and Fukuzumi. Congratulations.
どうぞ大きな拍手をお送りください。おめでとうございます。そして第2位、カーナンバー4、フックスマイル初音ミク
On second place, we have car number 4, Good Smile Hatsune Miku AMG. Nice racing today. Taniguchi and Kataoka. And on third position, we have the 96 car, Nita and Sakaguchi. Right, so we will have the Winners' Cup giving out by President of the Sugo Company Limited, Wataru Endo. It has 2 birds on both sides. Beautiful cup. Right, we proceed with the AUTOBACS award. This prize will be given out by President of the Oniwa Company Limited, Nobuaki Oniwa. I did not know that there's an AUTOBACS mark on the bottom. Good that he showed it. For today's winners, congratulations. Let's move to the photo session. So speaking of the amounts of winning, Takagi is close again to Nita. Wow, this is amazing to have this also kind of a race in the record of winning the 300 races. Right, let's move on to the sparkling fight. So this is again unique for the Super GT series. We don't have a champagne fight. We do have a sparkling sake fight. Japan is a land of sake, so why not let it sparkle? These are given out by the SUGO queens, they call them. Right. Let's let it sparkle. Congratulations. I love to see this with Nita and Takagi and Nita. And also a shower from Sina. So I guess it was the first time Sina was allowed to drink out of that bottle. He just turned 20 last July. Congratulations. Again, the winners of today's race, the 55 car ARTA NSX GT3, P2 Hatsune Miku AMG, and P3 K-Tunes RCF. Okay, that was it for the 300s. Now we will move to the 500s. What is his plan? Oh, this is rice. Is it? No, it's not. It's not. I thought it's rice. It's a plant with a lot of pollen. I'm allergic to them. So as long as they get ready, as soon as they get ready, we will move on to the prize giving of the 500s. Well, today's race was kind of very steady for a few teams and unfortunate for a few teams. The qualifying did not say anything, I guess, for today's race. Alright, so it's starting. Let's move to the 500s. Alright, today's winners are
2019 AUTOBACS スーパー GT ラウンド7スゴ GT300 キロレース GT500 見事優勝を飾りましたのはカーナンバー3
Car number 3 Craft Sports Mocho GTR Kohei Hirate and Frederick Makovicki. Congratulations.
そして第2位カーナンバー64
Second place, we have the 64 car Modulo Epson NSX GT with Narain Kartikian and Tadasuke Makino. Congratulations. And on third place, we have the 23 car Module Arctic GTR with Tsugio Matsuda and Ronnie Quintarelli. Congratulations.
それでは初めに主催者賞の贈呈に参ります。主催者賞は株式会社スモ代表取締役社長遠藤航よりカップが贈られます。ではお願いします。
Okay.
まずは優勝を飾りました。
The Sugo Cup is being presented by President of Sugo Company Limited, Wataru Endo.
じゃあ2位に参りましょう。さあ順番に2位そして3位のチームにもトロフィーが贈られます。さあナレイ選手のスーパー GT では初表彰台ということになります。
It is their first podium of the season. Congratulations.
そして3位もお願いします。
I think it's been a while for this 64 team to get on the podium as well. First podium for the two of them this season. And happy to see this package.
それでは続きましてオートバックス賞の贈呈に参ります。優勝されました平手選手、マコリキ選手にはオートバックスフランチャイズ加盟株式会社大庭代表取締役社長大庭信明様よりオートバックス賞が贈られます。
Okay, now we go on to the AUTOBACS Awards given by President of Oniwa Company Limited, Nobuaki Oniwa. Showing it again. Yes.
どうぞ高々と見せていただきましょう。頑張ってください。優勝おめでとうございます。
There was this big cheering from the Nissan fans. Right, let's move to the J Sports Best Performance Award. It will be given to the team who showed best performance throughout the race. Who will it be? It's given to car number 3, Craft Sports Motor GTR. Given by Vice President of J Sports, Yoshinori Kono. 500,000 yen. Congratulations.
それでは引き続いてフォトセッションに参りたいと思います。プレゼンターの皆様、どうぞお入りいただきましての撮影よろしくお願い申し上げます。さあ、選手の皆さんはトロフィーをお持ちいただけますか。選手の皆さん、トロフィーをお持ちください。はい。それではまずはこちらで撮影をさせていただきます。
Let's move to the photo session.
撮影お願いします。どうぞ。 はい、それでは撮影をしていただいております。よろしいでしょうか。はい、プレスの皆さんよろしいですか。では、プレゼンターの皆さんありがとうございました。一旦お戻りいただきます。はい、お戻りください。では、選手の皆さん続いてもう一回いきます。はい、それでは
Okay, another picture with only the drivers. Oh, he looks happy. Look, you know. 皆さんよろしいですか。ありがとうございました。さあ、それでは、このフォトセッションもですね終了したところで、では、こちらでちょっと準備をさせていただきまして。 Alright, let's move to the sparkling sake fight. Mako-chan, I think it's been a while. I think it's been a while since you had the sparkling sake fight. Hope you'll enjoy it. Right, shake it. As there. Oh, congratulations! It does sparkle actually a lot. A lot of bubbles in there. Oh, and Mako-chan having a shower. So once again, the winner of today's race, it's number 3 car, Craft Sports Modulo GTR. And on second place, Modulo Epson NSX GT. And on third place, Modulo AUTOBACS GTR. Congratulations again. And for Craft Sports, the very first win this season. And for you guys too, very first win. Good to see the Modulo AUTOBACS GTR back after the devastating qualifying yesterday. Must be feeling super good. That was the prize giving. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final next round, Twin Rink Motegi. It's the Super GT Round 8. November 2nd is qualifying, November 3rd is the final, and it is the final date where the champion, where we have a new champion of the season coming. We're not very sure who is going to be champion. It's so tight this season. So much excitement, and oh my god, I hope you guys check in next time again, because it will be a crazy, very exciting Super GT Round 8 coming up. We have a few weeks, or more than a month to go, so stay excited and don't forget about all the other races which happened until now. You can check in into the Super GT official YouTube account if you want to, catch up again and see it before the very final race. So let's see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.